This is a design for a terrace house in North Melbourne for a James Cumming. It's a contract drawing and it's dated 16th day of May 1894 and it's signed by the contractor MacDonald and Chalmers. Melbourne's famous for its terrace houses, and it's very interesting to see the way the site is used and the use of the various rooms. This is the ground floor plan. You have a parlour, a breakfast room, the staircase going up to the upper floor, then a dining room, a kitchen, a scullery for washing pots and pans. And it's interesting to notice that the drains are marked in. This is the cutback, which allows light into the breakfast room. And the grey area is probably asphalted. We come back down to the back of the site where we've got a stable and a coach house on the ground floor and stairs going up to an upper floor with a man's room and a loft. So this was a fairly well-to-do family who were able to keep a carriage or a buggy or something and a horse and a groom. Just coming back a little bit further, we find a dung pit, and next door to that, 2 earth closets. Earth closets were a patent form of sewerage, which used earth, not water. And there are 2 of them in the backyard. They're not inside the house at all. In the upper floor, you've got a balcony, a drawing room, which is probably more informal room, a bedroom, 3 bedrooms, a bathroom, you can see the bath, and probably a little basin next to it. And then we've got a section going right through the house, showing the extent of the building from the front to the back. And then a detail of the elevation, which shows the ornamental cast iron and the elaborate facade. And then we have a few sections which show the staircase and doors. It's an interesting example of how people fitted an awful lot of rooms onto one fairly small site. This is a drawing, ink on linen, elevations of quite a sizable house for a well-to-do family in Albany Road, Toorak. It's for E.H. Shackle and it's by the architects Walter and Richard Butler. The date is October 1919. And what's interesting here is the plan and the use of the room. The ground floor plan has a living room, a study, a cloakroom, a very large pantry kitchen, servants' hall, a workroom, a schoolroom, a sunroom, and at the back, coke and coal, a boiler, and what looks like a room for cleaning boots. On the first floor, you've got the landing, a children's room, and what looks like 1, 2, 3 maids' rooms and a maid's bathroom. So this was a well-to-do family who could afford to have 3 maids and a number of bedrooms and a dressing room and a bathroom between the 2 main bedrooms at the front of the house and a balcony on the upper floor. This is a design for a brick residence for Peter Roger at Williamstown. The architect's stamp is visible. The architects are Laver, Fick and Vance, and it's about 1896-97. There's lots of interesting detail on this drawing. There's the plan for the ground floor and the first floor, a pantry, kitchen, scullery. The first floor, 2 bedrooms at the front and the best bedroom at the back. A bathroom with a bath and basin and a linen cupboard. This section through the house is interesting because it shows the panelling under the staircase and the baluster and the newel post, the end of the baluster. And there are details for the baluster and the newel post up here. Other details for wooden arches inside the house. And a small detail here of the arch in the drawing room. And then a very enlarged detail of one part of that arch.